Top of the morning, beautiful people. Hope you all having a beautiful, beautiful, blessed morning. Uh, yeah, just touching in, touching base, seeing how everybody's going, seeing how your morning's going. Uh, yeah, just wanted to talk about the things that we constantly dwell on each day when we start feeling like we're getting into the blahs. You feeling blah, and yeah, we can just get stuck in that mode, or we can continue to stir up our energy, stir up our minds, our bodies, our spirits, stir up our potential. Um, and it brings me back to a story. Uh, when I was young, I used to go get wood, firewood with the family and with the brothers. And it brought such a sense of pride to my heart to be able to provide wood, to be able to heat our home, to be able to heat our family at such a young age. It brought pride to the plate for me, and it was a good learning experience because it stirred up some good energy in my mind, in my body, in my spirit. Made me always want to help others, to help somebody that can otherwise can't do it themselves, and it stirred me up, and it made me look back and realize, when that fire would go out at night, or my father had taught me how to start the fire and how to place the wood just perfectly. So you only needed one match to light the fire, and it would, we'd put the wood in the stove properly, and yeah, put the paper in, and make a proper fire like my grandfather taught me. And then at the end of the night, yeah, the fire would get started and would get going. And then in the morning, I'd wake up to check that fire, and I realized there was only remnants left of the logs that were burning the night before. Uh, the stove was just basically covered in ashes, but underneath all those ashes were embers. And what I learned, what I found out, I didn't need another match to start that fire up again with those embers. Just like within us, when we start feeling the blahs, we all have that fire, that ember burning within us, underneath all the ashes. After we arise, like the phoenix, we arise from the ashes, and we realize that. We don't need to expend all that energy to reignite that fire within ourselves, to ignite the fire, our passion, ignite our confidence, ignite our love and compassion or empathy. And realize that that's just like our life each and every day, that we realize that we can get stuck in this blah feeling for a day, for months, for years, if we continue to believe the lies that we tell ourselves in our mind. But if we realize that, the fire within us can never be extinguished in each and every person out there, knowing that we just need to stir it up. We need to stir up that fire and, reignite the passion, reignite the love, reignite the honor and respect for our fellow man, for ourselves, for everything that we do in our lives. We have to take in consideration the ripple effects and the people that are affected by the words that we say, and make sure that we affect them in a good way, and be able to continue to drop, pick up, receive, obtain, retain knowledge on our journeys, be able to share with like-minded people, like-minded individuals, having intellectual, stimulating conversation about our past, about our present, about our future. But as long as we continue know that that fire within us is always there. Those embers are always there, and all we need to do is stir up that energy and reignite that fire and be passionate and be assertive and stop being passive and start being aggressive with your intention, with your purpose. If anything does not serve your purpose, do not give it your energy and continue to walk with intention, dignity, and respect, knowing that the things that are not meant for you, you're meant to walk away from, and you get a blessing from that. There's a lesson in that blessing, and it's a blessing. So people look at the situations in life and they have regrets and remorse about things that they've done, but in those moments you've learned, you've grown, you've evolved into the person that you are today through those lessons, through the anguish, through the pain, through the darkness and the depression, realizing that you can pull yourself out and start the day if you continue to ask for guidance, ask for confidence, and continue to look within to ignite that fire, to stir up those embers, to continue to be the person that you are presently in this moment, knowing that we can all change, we can all make choices, we can all make decisions that will affect not only us, but our family, our friends of family, knowing that our circle is strong, and as we continue to inspire, motivate, and lift each other up into the light, opposed to pulling people down into the pot, the Indian crab pot. And we continue to look at people for who they are, but not what they do. And we do not condemn them for what they do, because we know that's who they are, and we know that people can change. And sometimes change could be scary. Most of the time we get used to being in our comfort zone, and our comfort zone sometimes is a toxic comfort zone that we consumed so much of that energy in our life that it becomes our norm, and we get stuck in our comfort zone. But when we push ourselves out of those comfort zones, like I am today, and like I will continue to do every day, and you continue to push yourself and push your boundaries and do something that scares you, something that that literally scares you, and as you walk through that fear, it turns into confidence. It turns into honor for yourself, honor for your journey. It turns into respect for yourself, for the people around you, for life, for the energies around you that you know that you interact with each and every day, knowing that there's a resonance that you carry in your heart, and you can pass that frequency, that energy, onto other people, just by being your true self, your own unique self, and by people seeing the fire ignited within your heart, you in turn light their fire on a subconscious level, and they're drawn like a moth to the light, and they see the energy that is upon them. And sometimes it can be a scary thing. Most of the time it can be terrifying, but once you go through that, on the other side of anything that you ever wanted, anything that you ever needed, everything that you know is for you is always through that door of fear. Anything that you ever wanted, anything that you ever needed in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, if it was meant for you on your path, it will show up on your journey in due time. knowing that sometimes things come upon us when we think we're not ready, and the universe, Kamaligilaha, Nachtetix, Nijij, they all know, the grandmothers, grandfathers, Mother Earth, they all know what is needed. What is needed is connection to the land, connection to your elders, connection to your children, connection to your community, and being able to reach out and ask for help, reach out your hand and help somebody up when you know it is needed. Continue to be the person that you know you are, knowing that we live life up to other people's expectations, and when we start living life for ourselves, truly for ourselves, for our family, it starts in a ripple effect. It starts an emotion that's vaster than the ocean. And yeah, most of the time we run away from these feelings, these emotions, these energies, because we're not used to feeling them. So anything that our body is not used to, our mind is not used to, we tend to pull away, step away. New experiences are uncomfortable, new experiences are scary, new experiences are life-changing, because once you go through those new experiences, they become knowledgeable, life lessons that you can share. And when we share in community and we talk with somebody that is going through a similar yet different situation than ourselves, on our separate but unique journeys, we continue to be vulnerable. And that's where the energy lies, in being vulnerable. Vulnerability is the ability to leave yourself open to other opinions, other situations, and to be able to be teachable in every moment, knowing that we do not know everything, and knowing that the day that we leave our physical form is the true day that we stop learning here in our mind, in our body, and not our spirit. And then we leave our mind, our body, and our spirit to go to a different plane, knowing that each and everywhere we go, there will be displacement, there will be anger, there will be misunderstanding, misinterpretation. Realize this energy is not for you to absorb, for you to feed into. This energy is there specifically to pull you from your path. So when we do not engage in that low frequency, low energy work, we tend to continue to walk with intention, walk with dignity, walk with respect. And we'll find the more and more that we walk in the light, there'll be more and more avenues for the darkness to try pull us away from our path. But as long as we walk with confidence, with understanding of our ancestors, understanding of our elders, understanding of our children, and the needs of our elders, our children, and most of all ourselves, and what we need to do in order to step away from society's stigmas, society's norms, and be able to show other people that through sharing, through accountability, through being vulnerable, being able to walk away with your head held high, knowing that you did everything in your power to change, to transform, to make choices opposed to decisions about your future, and be able to understand that all we need to do is stir it up, stir our passion, stir our mind, stir up a spirit, stir up those embers within your heart, within your mind, and be able to go out there and obtain that knowledge. Read a book a day. Start your morning with a list, so you can mark off those lists. These are just some easy little things that I do each and every day to get on the right frequency, to be able to understand who I am and where I am in my journey. As I look into the mirror each morning, and I start, loving, understanding, and stop deceiving the person looking back to me in the mirror, and being open and honest with myself, and be able to cry if needed, to be able to yell, get angry if needed, to look into past situations with a different perspective, and realize that we're smarter for the decisions we made. Our family is closer because of the decisions I've made. I'm here breathing each and every breath for the decisions that I continue to make on my journey, as I look at the person I was, and I look at the person I am, and now I can see a clear picture of the person that I will continue to be. And I love to be that person, to be able to look into my own eyes and be able to understand that we're allowed to make mistakes. We're allowed to have bad days. Because when we look back on those, what we think are mistakes and bad days, they end up being knowledge bombs, lessons, blessings, right? Learning how not to do something is just as important learning on how to do something. So I lived my life in the darkness for 30 plus years, realizing that I was walking in the dark, realizing that I was being guided home to our native land, to our ancestors, to our lava beds, to our land, to the medicine, to my drum, to my culture, to my traditions, but most of all true to myself and to you guys and to my daughter and to everybody that I encounter on my journey, knowing that we are all different but similar, but unique in our own way, knowing that we are not all mind readers. We are not all enlightened people. But life happens in cycles, continuing to happen in cycles. And you feel yourself in a cycle, continuing to learn something until the lesson is learned. And people always get stuck in that frequency, saying that, why does this always happen to me? Or, I bet this is going to happen. And they're magnets. They're magnets for that kind of energy by the way they talk, and they put words to it, and boom, that energy just seeks them out. So it's just as easy as saying that, today I will. push myself today. I will do something that scares me today. I will be the person I need to be, not the person I want to be. And be able to know in your heart that where we are right now, presently in this moment, right here, talking to my phone, talking through my phone, to you, through you, because everything happens through us, through our actions, through our mind, through our body, through our mouths, through our mind, body, and spirit. And when we realize everything happens through us, not for us or by us, we're able to see the cycles and step away and be able to look at the energies and watch the cycles repeat themselves, and you find yourselves with in that rerun, and you can now see the path less taken, the path I guess you can say you can take the left road, not the right road, and you can blaze your own trail. By within doing that, you you ignite your own fire, and in turn, other people see that fire, and it inspires other people to do not what you're doing, but gives them a taste of the frequency, the energy that we should all be at every day, and every morning. 'Cause, it's hard to have a good day when we started off in a negative way. I find that yeah, just start your morning off dancing it out, and and we tend to send our children to school. We tell them to have a good day, but then we end up rushing around in the morning, and then we get frustrated. Coffee machine's not working, and you dump some cereal, or you stub your toe, and then you start getting angry, and yeah, whether we like to admit it or not, it carries on onto our children. So we end up, rushing them around in the morning and yelling around at them because we slept in, and then we tell them to have a good day at school. Well, that's kind of an oxymoron if you think about it, right? How do you tell somebody to go somewhere and have a good day after experiencing that negative energy in the morning? It's just kind of it's kind of a double negative, right? Boom, just saying like rushing around, get up, get dressed, go this, wash your hair, dress your hair, do this, eat your breakfast. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Then we send them out the door and we say have a good day. That's I found that's not the way to start the day, because if I started my day like that, then the rest of the day in comparison would probably be a good day, because the morning was such an awful morning. But I realized sometimes we'll do that without realizing who we're affecting, and by the smallest little things that we do, because the kids they read your energies, they read the tone of your voice, they read your mannerisms, and they're little energy magnets. So the energy that they feed into in the morning, they take with them to school, they take with them out there into the world, into society. And us being knowledgeable, loving parents, we want everybody to see our children as the way we see them. But in retrospect, yeah, that's almost impossible for anybody to do. Is to have that love for somebody that cared, brought up, and mothered and fathered the child, because that mother and a father's love is unconditional, and it is vast like the ocean. There is no bottom to it. There is no top. It is forever. Uh, um, it is eternal. So when we realize, there's different stages of walking with your eyes open, and as you continue to walk with integrity, dignity, respect, confidence, you start to open your eyes to society's downfalls, and you can see clearly, clear as day, what needs to be done in those within those moments, right? And you can pull yourself out of the situation and be an observer to life as it happens, while it happens, and we start becoming a product of our potential, product of our competence, become a product of our divine manifestation. And when we start opening our eyes to the energies out there, and we start protecting ourselves, and we put on our armor, and we realize, with the right people, with the right energy, with the right medicine, with the right walk, with the right talk, you start opening other people's eyes to the way it was meant to be, the way God meant it. The way Creator meant it to be. Gumligulaha, Nachjajix, Waichingiget, the wise ones. And we start doing things not because we want recognition, not because we want credit, but we do things because we see in our heart that it needs to be done. And we do it without recognition, we do it with love in our heart, we do it with respect for the person that we're helping. Within that moment, the white light is passed, and as we continue to pass that torch to our friends, to our family, to our children, to our community, we stir up those embers and we ignite that fire within ourselves, within our structures, within our pillars of strength in our community, and we start holding up our community as pillars instead of pulling them back into the darkness, the Indian crab pot, and we start celebrating each other, loving each other unconditionally, being able to be passionate about the things in our life as we pick up the things that we need, pick up the knowledge received and retained in a good way, let go of the things that we don't need, and continue to walk into our future with our mind, body, and spirit intact, and continue to look inwards, outwards, above, around, for all the signs, for the energy that is needed to walk proud. Love, honor, respect, people. Hope you guys all have a good day. Hope I didn't take too long today. Another quick little shout out here. I had a couple of friends message me and call me the other night about trying to get into treatment. I do have a couple of numbers that you can call. You message me if you're interested. I can shoot you a link. And I will have some numbers later on this afternoon providing the Cuckoo Suicide Prevention Line and Alcoholics Anonymous. And the other lines, we'll have a sheet and I'll be able to post it later on today. And just another quick post about meetings happening within the Nass Valley. NA meetings, AA meetings. Um, and yeah. And another quick little reminder too. I do have a page called "It's a Warrior" or "It Takes a Village to Raise a Warrior." And when I had made the page, there was a little discrepancy, and the warrior was spelt wrong. And it's gonna take a while to get it switched back. Just waiting for Facebook support to message me back so I can switch the name back to Warrior, Warrior. Yeah, I know it's kind of funny, but yeah, I just made to take a quick apology for anybody out there that noticed it, and just want to give you a heads up that it will be changed sometime this week. And I just want to thank each and every person out there, you, for continuing to tune in, to like, share, and subscribe, to continue to listen not only to me but to yourself, to your mind, your body, and your spirit, and continue to be the person that you are. Continue to light that fire and stir up the embers and reignite the fire within your heart, your mind, your body, and spirit. And I ask each and every person out there that is going through a struggle to share one thing that you wouldn't mind letting go of that's been holding you back. Because us being in our journeys, we know it's scared to bring light to those things. But for today, just for today, I'm letting go of a story, a self-sabotaging story that held me back for years around abuse, around hate, around shame, around anger. And I actually had I had a week. I've been sitting in this energy for a week, resonating with it, and wondering how I was going to deal with it. And, it just kind of came to me right now, just being able to let it go. Smudge yourself by letting go. And as I smudge myself, I let go of my past. And I hold on to my present. And I look into the future and I ask for the confidence to continue to walk proud, walk with intention, walk with confidence, and continue to be an accountable, respectable, understanding, compassionate man within our community, and knowing that we are here, we are real, we are all brothers and sisters on this journey. And what we do now, from this day forward, it is all up to us. It's time for us to stop making decisions and start making choices about life. So with that being said, holy cow, it's been 30 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I love, honor, and respect each and every one of you guys. And let's do it. Let's push ourselves out of our comfort zone, people. Amen. Love, honor, respect, peeps. Peace.